this story that Donna Brazile has written. I'll give you the too long don't read version, because we won't get to this until the fun half of the program. You'll recall that I think it was over the summer, probably in the spring of last year, the story came out that Hillary Clinton's campaign apparatus, fundraising apparatus, had a relationship with the states that was denying. It was the Victory Fund, which was the joint fundraising committee comprised of Clinton's presidential campaign, the DNC, and 32 state party committees. It allowed Clinton to solicit checks of more than $350,000 from high-end donors. And then it transferred that money, $3.8 million, to the states. But then that money was then resent to the DNC and ended up in a fund essentially run by a Clinton campaign staffer. And the whole deal had to do with recent changes to campaign finance, where there were no limitations on where you could spread money around, or there was no cap on donors in their total giving. And so what they would do is they would give ostensibly to the states, and it functioned like, you hear those stories of a certain country where, let's say, foreigners can't invest into, right? Americans can't invest in country X. And so you get someone in country X to be essentially your proxy. And it's your investment, but they're your proxy. It's their name on the title. That deal was something like that. And we spoke about that over the summer. But Donna Brazile has written a piece basically saying, I came in and I found this deal that outlined this. And really the big part about this story was that it gave so much authority to the Clinton campaign in terms of how that money was directed and DNC resources were used. Obviously, this is at the beginning of the campaign back in 2015. They made this deal. Bernie Sanders was aware of this deal. He spoke out against it, I guess, in 2016, once he realized that he had a chance to win the election. But nevertheless, interesting development, not just for what it tells us, because some of that of which we knew, but that Donna Brazile is the one who's telling us.
Donna Brazile was deep cover. That's why she needed to give my wife the questions in advance of CNN to throw her off the trail.
Double agent.
Now I can only hope that my wife doesn't get her hands on her.
Triple agent,
maybe
right.
Through you, Sam.
She's gonna get Vince Fostered.
She's gonna get Vince Fostered times Seth Rich. And here on mini MSNBC, you're gonna run interference. You're gonna deny that the whole thing was rigged, even though now you have the proof. I would say listen to Lee Camp. Other honest reporters like Tim Black.
Part of the problem.
By the way, that was pretty embarrassing for you, wasn't it?
When
he called in the show.
Yes.
You got slammed.
Yes, that happened months ago.
Wrecked.
You're very late on this. It's just breaking now. Sam Clovis has withdrawn from consideration for the Agriculture Department post that he had to admit yesterday was completely unqualified for, which makes it really hard to justify why you're up for a post when you have absolutely no scientific background.
Hey, Sam, when was the last time you covered the Department of Agriculture? Just out of curiosity.
Just now.
Yeah, before that. When was the time right? What was the last time you covered it?
Probably, I don't know, when Clovis was first nominated.
So just coincidentally, as soon as Donna Brazile has blown the lid off of this whole thing, and you want to minimize it because you're a goddamn Chris Hayes lesbian-looking shill, you go right over to Sam Clovis. You ought to be disgusted with yourself. I think after what Tim Black did to you, you might have taken a moment to reflect on being a sellout careerist who hasn't done anything worthwhile since a goddamn cameo in Sex and the City.
I knew you
but
were
now
gonna
you're
say
still.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, well, sometimes there's just beats you got to hit, Sam. You wouldn't know that, though, as a failed comedian.
Apparently, someone spent the night on YouTube. But we will talk more about this as we go. But it's a good development, and apparently the part of the story is that the DNC was completely deprived of funds, in part because Barack Obama left Debbie Wasserman Schultz there, whom apparently everyone thought was completely incompetent, and he was happy to have a total incompetent there because he didn't want the competition in terms of any power base outside the White House. But
check the couch change, Jill girl. Oh, what? World star, baby.
Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos